Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss another problem, but before going forward, if you have not liked the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So without any further ado, let's get started. Problem is arithmetic slices. An integer array is called arithmetic if it contains at least three elements and if the difference between any two consecutive elements is same. Fine. What does this mean? So see here we have 135. So 135 are three elements, so at least three elements are there and they have same difference. So consecutive elements have same difference, 1 and 3. So 3 minus 1 will be 2 and 5 minus 3 will be 2. So consecutive elements have same difference. So this is one, you can say arithmetic slice. Fine. Or you can say this is one arithmetic subarray. So we have to return, we are given an integer arrays, nums, return number of arithmetic subarrays of nums. So we need to find how many number of arithmetic subarrays are there in this array. So let's take this example 1 2 3 4. Let's take this basic example first. So we have 1 2 3 and 4. So in this one, first of all, this is one subarray, 1 2 and 3. This is one subarray in which consecutive elements have same difference. So 3 minus 2 will be 1, 2 minus 1 will be 1. Fine. So this is one subarray. This is one subarray, arithmetic subarray. Other could be 2 3 4. 2 3 and 4. So here 4 minus 3 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. Fine. Another one could be this whole array 1 2 3 4. Why? Because see, we have to take at least three elements and the difference between two consecutive elements should be same. Fine. So here difference between consecutive elements are same. 4 minus 3, 2, 3 minus 2 and 2 minus 1. So this could be also a arithmetic subarray. Arithmetic subarray. Fine. So there are three subarrays, arithmetic subarrays, 1, 2 and 3. So output for this test case will be 3. Hence output is 3. Fine. So I hope you understood the problem. Now let's see how we can approach it. So we will use this, let's take this bigger test case to understand more. So see, over here, so see, output will be what? Let's see how many arithmetic subarrays are there in this test case. First, so it's visible. We have 1, 2 and 3. So see guys, we cannot take 1 and 2. Why? Because we have to take at least 3 elements, right? So this is not a valid case. This is not a valid case. This is one subarray. Other one could be 2 3 4. They have same difference, right? Consecutive elements have same difference. Then one could be this one, 1 2 3 and 4. 1 2 3 and 4, this whole, right? Other one could be 5 6 7. Fine. So I think there will be these four only subarrays. So this output will be 4. Fine. Yeah. Now let's see how we can approach this problem. See guys, uh, so here when we have 1 2 3, we need to check, right? We need to check whether what is difference between these two elements. Let's say our I index is here, right? I index is here. So we need to check whether difference of this ARR of I, that is we might subtract ARR of I and ARR of this one. This is I minus 1 index. So whatever will be the difference between these two, that is 1, that should be the same difference should be between these two elements, right? Then only the consecutive elements will have same difference. That is what we want, na? Two consecutive elements difference should be same. So if ARR of I minus ARR of I minus 1 is equal to ARR of this I minus 1 minus this I minus 2 array index element. So ARR of I minus 2. Fine, if this is the case, then it means we found a subarray, right? So this is like, see, 3 I is at 3, right? So 3 minus 2 is what? 1. That is, this thing is 1 and this thing I minus 1 is 2. So 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Hence they both are equal. Means we got a subarray. This is one arithmetic subarray. So fine, we got a arithmetic subarray. So we can have a, let's say, count, or you can have current variable. Initially you can give it 0, and total will be the total number of subarrays we got till now. Fine. So current will tell us how many, like, see here, this is the current subarray, right? This is the current subarray. So here, see, when we get this condition is true, means we got a subarray. So we will increment current plus plus. Fine. Okay. Now see, first we'll start from I. We start I from here only, from this index, right? Because we need to have at least 3 elements. So we will be starting I from index 2. Right. Now let's go forward. So I will come here. Fine. Now see what will be the case. Now the case will be something like this. So here, see, I minus ARR of I minus ARR of I minus 1. That is 4 minus 3 is 1. And then, so this will be I minus 1 index and this will be I minus 2 index, right? So ARR of I minus 1 minus ARR of I minus 2. 3 minus 2 is also 1. Hence, this is also a subarray. Fine, this is also a subarray. Now we will again do current plus plus. But this, see guys, we will do total plus is equal to, that is, total will be equal to total plus current, whatever current we have, right? See, why we are doing this? Initially when we get 1 2 3, right? When we get 1 2 3, so current we will change to 1 and total we will change it to current, total plus current. So total plus current will be 0 plus 1 1, right? Now when we get subarray here at 2 3 4, this is also subarray. Now see guys, just try to understand this. When earlier our subarray was 1 2 3, right? Now we get 2 3 4 also a subarray. So one subarray is this 2 3 4. Other one which this 4 is making is this 1 2 3 4. Earlier 1 2 3 4 was there, but when we add this 4, when this was another subarray, so this 4 was also contributing to this subarray, right? 1 2 3 4. Hence, when this I is at 4, current will become plus plus, so current will become 2. Now we will add this current to total. Why we are adding current 2? Because see, one subarray which is being formed is 2 3 4 and another subarray which is formed is 1 2 3 4. Hence we are adding 2 in total. So total will become 3. That is, for now we have how many subarrays? 3 subarrays. That is 1 2 3. That was initially this one. Then 2 3 4 and then 1 2 3 4. Fine. So this will be the logic, that when this condition is equal, so we will do current plus plus and we will add current in the total. Right. Now let's go forward. See. Now we will go forward. So let me erase this. Fine. Now I will come here. I will come at 8. So now ARR of I minus ARR of I minus 1. That is, this is 4. So I minus 1 minus I minus 2. So 4 minus 3 will be 1 and this is 4. So these are not equal. Hence this 3 4 8 is not a subarray. So when this 3 4 8 is not a subarray, so our chain is broken, right? This 8 is not contributing. So when in else, what we will do, when this condition is not true, we will set our current to 0. That is, for now there is no subarray which is being formed, right? This chain is broken because of this 8. Fine, so current we will change it to 0. Total will be 3 only because there are 3 subarrays found yet. Then we go ahead. I will come here. So 5, 8 will be minus 3 and 8 minus 4 is 4. So those are not equal. Go ahead. Current is 0 only. Go ahead. I. Now 6 minus 5 is 1 and 5 minus 3 is 5 minus 8 is minus 3. These are not equal. So it will go in else and current will get updated to 0. Right. Now I will come here. So see now. Now what we have? 7 minus 6 will be 1 and 6 minus 5 will be 1. Hence this is a subarray. So this condition is true. Current will increment, current will be 1 and total current will add in total. So total will become 4. And we have iterated in our array. Right, so see, after traversal of entire array, total has value 4. Means there were 4 subarrays. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and last one was 5, 6, 7. 5, 6 and 7. Fine. I hope you understood this test case. Let's see one more test case to better understand. So let's take this test case, right? So condition was, I'll write the condition here, that if ARR of I minus ARR of I minus 1 is equal to ARR of I minus 1 minus ARR of I minus 2, then means there is a subarray form. So initially we will take current as 0 and total also will be 0. When this condition is true, we will increment current and add current in the total. So whatever is being formed. Fine. And otherwise if this condition is not true, else we will set current to 0. Fine, this is the logic. Now let's iterate. So see, first of all, I we have to start from 2 index only. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will start from 2 index. So here 8 minus 1 is how much difference? This difference is 7 and 1 minus 7 is minus 6, right? So these are not equal, hence this is not a arithmetic subarray. Go ahead. And current will be updated to 0 only. I will come here. I will come here. So then 2 minus 8 is minus 6 and 8 minus 1 is 7. Hence that is not also equal. I will go ahead. So 3 minus 2 is 1 and 2 minus 8 is minus 6. This is also not equal. Go ahead. Now see, I comes here. Now 4 minus 3 is 1 and 3 minus 2 is also 1. Hence this is a subarray. This condition is true. Current will increment and total will become total plus current. So current is 1, so total becomes 1. Right. Now we go ahead. So now I is at 5. Now 5 minus 4 is 1 and 4 minus 3 is also 1. Hence 3, 4, 5. Firstly we got this subarray, na? 2, 3, 4. Now 5, 4, 3 is also making a subarray. That is 3, 4, 5. So current will increase. Now current we will add in the total. So total will be 1 plus 2, 3. Now you might be thinking why we are adding 2. Because one subarray was 3, 4, 5. Other subarray was this one. See, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this 5 was contributing to 3, 4, 5 also and whatever the earlier subarray was. 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So these two are added. So that's why 2 is added in total and total is now 3. Fine. Now I will go ahead. I come here, comes here and see. Now 6 minus 5 is 1 and 5 minus 4 is also 1. Hence 4, 5, 6 is also a subarray. So current will be 3. Now this 3 will be added in total. So this will become 6. Now you might be thinking why we are adding 3. Only one subarray is formed. 4, 5, 6 is formed, but because of this 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 is also formed. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is also formed. So in total 1, 2, 3. 3 subarrays are formed. That's why we are adding 3 in the current count. Hence total subarrays are 6. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So output for this test case will be 6. Fine. I hope you understood the approach and the logic. Let's see the code once. Java code will be in the description. So we have taken two variables, current and total. If you remember, current and total. We are starting from I is equal to 2. If this condition is true, increment current and add it in total. Otherwise, current set to 0 and return total. Fine. So I hope you understood the problem and the approach. Time complexity is fairly, see, it's simple. It's O of n. We are having a single traversal. N is size of array and space is constant. We are not using any extra space. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubt. If you found the video helpful, please like it. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video.